Hello everybody, I am officially back to my main channel, guys. Isn't that great? My break felt so good to be on a break, and it's been a while since I've had a break, and yeah, I'm officially back, and the first video is going to be a long one. So yeah, I hope you strap in and have a good time, and enjoy. Kirby the Amazing Mirror. I have a lot to talk about in this one. This is a special game that I didn't really play too much of, but I did finish the game, luckily, learning a lot about the game. So there's a reason why this is in 10th instead of like 1st and stuff, is because there's a lot to do with this game, and these are also not just, there's so many more Kirby games, and these are just top 10, like, of the best Kirby games that I'm rating. And I thought this was a good one to talk about because this is the worst one out of all the series. No. There's one that is worse than this one. But for now, this is the, this is the 10th one. And I really don't like the idea of having to use a remote to control everybody. And, like, that's a cool concept, but, like, it's kind of confusing at the time. Like, and I like the idea of having, like, other Kirbys and stuff, but, like, I don't know. I just really do not like the concept of the game idea, and I don't know. It's just, in my opinion, I really couldn't care less about this game. And I had to play it because of it, but yeah. Now, don't expect me to say the name right. I cannot speak Japanese, and I could not find the name of it online, so I just guess it's just a Japanese name. But this game is pretty much a kind of like a Mario Party kind of concept. I believe it's very Mario Party kind of thing. And there's a reason why I put it in 9th place, because the games on here is kind of crap. I'm just saying. I really couldn't care less about this game. It's not really like my cup of tea. It reminds me of kind of like a Tetris kind of thing, where you have to like match stuff. It's kind of fun, but like after like 5 minutes in, you're gonna get bored of it. And like I said, it's really just a Mario Party kind of concept of the game, and that's really all it is. And there's a story mode to it, and yeah, it's not that big of a game. Nothing like that special, like not like anything like the others. So yeah, it definitely deserves its 9th place for a reason. Kirby Avalanche. Okay, so this is a game where I would love to talk more about, but like, there's not much to talk about. It's pretty much just a copy of the last one, just a little less than the last one. It's pretty easy. At this time and period, Tetris was really popular. So this is pretty much just a Tetris playing game. You just literally are just playing Tetris. You really don't do too much in this game, and it's just so easy to do. I don't know. I really don't count this as a Kirby game, but some people do, some people don't. I don't know. I just think this is one of the worst Kirby games out there, because it's cool and all. I say it's cool, but it's not really. In my opinion, I think it's kind of stupid for this game to exist, because there's no point for it to exist, but yeah. Kirby Superstar. Okay, so this is pretty much just another copy of Mario Superstar, but instead, it's pretty much the same basic of that one. Has the original Kirby games on it, has a lot to do with it, and it has a lot of the basic games. Also has some mini games on it, I think, and yeah, it's kind of fun to play. I actually really do enjoy this game. But, like, in all seriousness, like, I really couldn't, like, play this one as much as I wanted to, because I really never got to play this game growing up, as much as I've played, like, the other games. But for now, this one, I've had a hard time playing, because, I used to really want this game growing up because of how much it had into it. It had secret stuff, and it was really cool, but, like, I never got to experience it until I got the Switch, and I finally got to play it, but, like I said, it's not the best game for me, and, but it is definitely a fun game. If I was younger, I bet I would have liked it more, but for now, I really do think, it definitely deserves the spot it is right now. It is fun to play if you have, like, no time to do, but it definitely meets the Kirby expectations, as I would presume. Like, Kirby games. Speaking of Kirby games, I think this is the next one is going to be really cool, especially this. Kirby Tilt and Tumble, one of the best Kirby games I've ever played. Like, I have never found another game like this ever, like, except the 3D games, which are obviously better, but this is one of my favorite games I've ever played with Kirby. I just love the idea of you having to physically, like, move the console itself, and it's such a cool idea. Like, you used to be able to do that with the 3DS, and you haven't been able to do that in a long time with games, and I just love this idea of a Kirby game. And I have so many, like, cool things. Like, I love that you, like, how Kirby moves. It's so cool. I just really love this game, and I couldn't say anything bad about this game. Maybe like, the characters that you can't, like, roll over them. Like, you have to full on, like, jump on them. It kind of sucks, but, like, that's, like, beside the point. Everything else is so good about the game, and there's nothing bad about this game. It's so good. Kirby the Crystal Shards. Sorry. This is a game where I would say very good for beginner players. Just if you want to get into, like, playing, like, Kirby or this is a good one to start. It's also the first ever Kirby 3D game per se. So I would say, yeah, unless you want to count, like, Smash Melee, but either way, past that. This is definitely one of the best Kirby games out there for beginner players, especially if you're just learning how to play Kirby, and I think that you should definitely try this one out if you just want to get into Kirby. Like, this is one of the first ever games I played growing up. Though, obviously, I played the first ever Kirby first, but either way, I still recommend this game if you want to learn, like, the Kirby story. It really helps out, and it's really fun just to play by yourself. It's mainly just a good game if you just want to play around by yourself. So I do recommend it. It's a good game, and you get cool abilities. Kirby Dreamland, the first ever Kirby game ever invented, and is top tier. Definitely one of the best Kirby games ever invented, and I definitely think it's definitely a good game. Has the best music in it, and you can never go bad against the classics. Like, this is one of the best Kirby games out there. Even though there's definitely better Kirby games, but, like, this is still a classic game, which I am so happy I got to play when I was young. I'm so happy that I got to experience a great game like this. The sad thing about this game is you couldn't really do too many power-ups as much as there are nowadays, which really sucks, but there's still some of the normal things, like, in the game. But I still think this is such a cool idea for a game, and Kirby's always will have a place in my heart for one of the best games ever, franchise at least. And this game started everything, really. It really started like the franchise of many like Mario games took after this one. So yeah. Now there's one thing I've always liked about Kirby, and the main thing I like about Kirby is the boss fights in here. They're so cool just to play, and they're like it's so cool. It's a very variety of boss fights, and I just think this is one of the best games that have boss fights in it. Also, I'd love to say that this is one of the best Kirby fights in the game, where you can just throw bombs, and I just think that's such a cool idea. Kirby Dreamland 2, which is actually my favorite out of the first two games out of them. I hate to say it, but I really like this one more because there's a lot more in this game, and you could actually use a lot more power-ups. And that's really it, and I just think it's such a cool game, and there's nothing wrong with the first one. The only thing I really don't like about this game is the music. It's not, like, it has probably the worst music out of the whole series. I love the first music, it's so much better, and yeah, I still think that this game is a decent game, and I still love it, and it's still an original game, which I played a lot of, and out of the two, I just like this one more. Also, Kirby is, like, with this one especially, it has a lot more cool things you could do, like, there's a lot more new enemies, and yeah, I really do like this one more. Now, don't be alarmed about Kirby Return to Dreamland Deluxe. It's a demo, but I actually do have the real game. It's on a different Switch at the moment, so I didn't import it onto this one, which I'm filming on. So, yeah, I do have the real game. Don't worry about that. But, yes, I played through the whole game. This game is definitely top tier, second place kind of game, because it reminds me of Mario Galaxy. And Mario Galaxy was probably my second favorite Mario game I've ever played next to Mario 64. And I just love this game. It's such a good game to play, and I do recommend, like, play it. Like, it's so much fun just to play around and walk around, like, town, and or go defeat enemies on this. But I still just love this game, and I do recommend try it out. It's really good graphics. I love that I don't know, it's like, this game reminds me of so much of Mario Galaxy, because you're literally just, like, going through, the stars to, like, defeat the enemy, pretty much. So, yeah, it's definitely, second place tier. Kirby Forgotten, Kirby in the Forgotten Land, sorry. It's, again, I have a demo version for this because on my other Switch I have, the real game, but because I'm using my other Switch, it's weird. Don't worry about it. So, this is my top tier favorite game out of all the Kirby games, which you can see in a second why. This is one of the best Kirby games I've ever played in my life. The animation style is so cool. I tell you, it's better than any animation style I've ever seen. They could make a movie with this, and I would watch it like 10 million times. This is such a good thing. And then just the gameplay of it is so much fun. Just playing, you can be a car. You literally go into cities, and that's like the first time I've ever really gotten to like go into a real city in a Nintendo game in a long time. You don't really do that much anymore, except from Mario Odyssey. So, like, this is definitely a top-tier game. Like, the gameplay is so good. The, like, style, I just don't know how to, like, explain it. I just love this game, and there's nothing that can beat this game. Unless they create a better game than this. But, for now, this is just the top-tier game. I've always loved Kirby growing up, and this is, like, a game I've always dreamed of happening. I used to play it on my 3DS all the time, and, like, I just can't believe they made a game like this, and I'm so happy they did. They've needed one. But yeah, this is my whole video about all, like, my favorite Kirby games. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want more, let me know in the comments below. And besides that, thank you for watching.